Hello, Prealgebra. This is lesson 55. Our objective is how do you draw and identify nets of solids? And really a net of a solid is just simply a solid that's been like unfolded. Think if it's made of paper and you unfolded it, that is what we call a net of a solid. So let's just real quick, just do a quick review of what a prism versus a pyramid is. A prism has two bases that are the same shape, and I say base because a lot of times we think that base is the one that it sits on, but it may not be. It could be sitting on a side. That's why I said sides down here, and because it could be sitting on the side. But there's two of them that are exactly the same shape. The sides are rectangles normally, but sometimes they're also parallelograms. And then we name it by the shape of the base. So if the base was a rectangle, we'd say a rectangular prism. And then if the base happens to be a circle, then we call that a cylinder. With pyramids, it just has one base and the sides are triangles in shape. And then again, we name it still by its base. So if it was a triangle on the base, we would say a triangular pyramid. Similar to pyramids are what we call a cone, and that's kind of where the base is a circle. Technically, it's not a pyramid because, well, it doesn't have triangular sides, but it looks similar with it, so we kind of group it together with that. If a base is a circle, then we call it a cone. So let's try a few of these. It says sketch the net of each solid. This first one maybe isn't too hard, but just think about that being a box, and we need to unfold it. So I'm just going to draw right here. It kind of looks like a square. In fact, it is a square because it labels all the sides 15. That's going to be the side down here that it's sitting on. So if I were to completely unfold it, there would be a square on each one of these sides. Doesn't have to be perfect, but try your best. And so those are these four, like this one, and that back one, and this back one. But notice I still haven't done the top. So it hasn't been drawn. And really, it could go off of either one, any one of those four sides, but I'm just going to draw it off here to the left. And then I'm just going to label a whole bunch of 15s along all these sides to indicate that each of them are 15 in length. So this 15 got this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. This one got this one, this one. This one got this one, this one, this one, that one, that one. Oh, I need to put one here. Indicate those ones are the same. All right. And so if we were to name this one, we would call this a square prism. A square prism because the base is a square, and all the sides are squares as well. And so here's the one base, and here's the next base. Or really, you could call any one of them. So this is really a cube, right? Because all the sides are the same. But it'd be a square prism or a cube. You could go either one. But this side was like 16, then we'd have to call it a prism because a cube would have all sides the same. Let's look at this one. This one, notice the base here is a pentagon because it has 5 sides. And then it has 5 other faces that are triangles in shape. And notice it comes to a single point. So this is what we would call a pyramid. This would be a pentagonal pyramid if you were trying to name that. So let's see if we can draw this. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect. I'm going to try my best to draw a pentagon here. It'll come out perfect, but it'll work. And then notice on each one of these sides of the pentagon, we have a triangle attached to it. So I'm going to draw a triangle attached to each one of the sides here of my base. And notice, it's kind of like a star. I'm going to call these side lengths 10, and if I want to, I'm going to add little tick marks to say those are all the same length. I'm going to add one of these in right here and label that as 14.7. I'm going to label this as 6.9. So what I'm trying to do is I'm just trying to get all of these measurements off of here onto here somewhere. So that's this is the net of this, and I have labeled the measures as well. Alright, This next one kind of does the opposite. It says, here's a solid. Now sketch the solid that is created from this net. And so this one, notice I have a rectangle here, and then I have 4 triangles. So this is going to be a rectangular pyramid because these would fold up to come up to a single point. So to draw that, I'm going to try to draw my rectangle like this. Then I'm going to draw a single point up here that the sides would come to. These are all of them that I would see. And then you can do dotted lines behind for the ones you couldn't really see. Right? If it was clear, you could kind of see where it was at. So to look something like that. This one, notice there are 3 rectangles and there are 2 triangles. So to draw this, or to name this, this would be a triangular prism because I have 2 bases that are the exact same shape. So I'm going to try to draw that here, a triangle. Let's see here, look like that. Like that. That's I guess I'm kind of drawing that poorly. That's that side, and then that's that side. And then I'm going to draw up vertically from there. That was not very straight. And then there. And then again, dotted lines back here, which kind of indicate that base here. And that's the basic idea of it. Your homework is a worksheet, so make sure you pick that up. Make sure you do that neatly, especially as you're trying to draw pictures and nets and things like that. Make sure you try to do that as neatly as possible. So it's a little bit easier for you to grade, and you will be getting, part of your grade will be making sure that it is neat. Okay? So make sure you pick that up. Good luck. I'm sure you're going to do great.